Hi, this is Troy McKenna from Tesla, and you are listening to the Hotter Than Hell podcast with Steve, BC, BB, and Dylan. Rock it!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Hotter Than Hell podcast. This is your last stop on the crazy train of hard rock and heavy metal. So sit back, buckle in, and hang on. Here we go.
Welcome, everybody, to the Hotter Than Hell podcast. This is Steve, your host, and I'm joined, as always, by
BB.
And our keyboard player tonight is
Dylan.
And once again, BC is out on assignment. He's out getting great facts for you guys. And you never know, he's out
Getting
there.
the scoop,
He's
trying
roaming
some new beers.
Absolutely, he's roaming the metal landscape out there, like the metal god himself, checking out and see what's going on
Hiking
out
the
there.
Himalayas for the most recent offering of the Angus Young. Who knows?
You never know. He's out there. You never know what he's going to bring back.
I think he's still in the pit from Selena Gomez's concert in Philadelphia.
Well, the only thing he's going to bring back is probably a fucking hangover.
Oh, true. Yeah.
Well, and he went to the Elton John show, too.
Oh, right, right. I think he caught his glasses. I think Elton threw his
He
glasses
said
out.
goodbye to that yellow brick road.
Well, because BC
peed on it.
Well, he was the only one out in the crowd with the Donald Duck suit on. So Elton figured he would throw him something out there since he had the Donald Duck outfit
Elton
on.
liked the deep cut.
You like that one, didn't you? All right. What we're going to do today is we're going to wrap up our Ace Frehley episode. We recorded it a couple weeks ago, and it was kind of a long marathon session, so we decided to chop it into two parts. And so we're going to do part two and take it away. We'll get right into our hidden gems, and we were going to pick Ed first, but actually BB picked one of his gems. It was the video version of the Breakout, which was an excellent version, and actually that was one of my bonus tracks, so that's like two picks, like knocked down. But Ed, that was Ed's gem. BB, that was an excellent pick. And we'll go to the next gem. We'll go with Rob.
Okay. My hidden gem, is it hidden or is it just a gem?
It could be just a
It could be
doesn't
gem.
have to
All
be
right, it's a gem, but I'm going to
be a gem to you.
This is a gem. It's a gem to me, and I'm going to stick with the Ace Frehley motif that we're playing with tonight. And my gem is actually, I'm sure you guys may have heard it, maybe you haven't. It's a song called Cherokee Boogie. It's an instrumental from 1996. It's off the Smell the Fuzz compilation CD. Guitar World put this out, and it's just different artists and that are on this. I forget who the other ones are, but it's just an instrumental of Ace just killing it. Him, bass player, drummer, Cherokee Boogie, and it is a good tune. It rocks from start to finish. Really good song. Anybody hear it? You guys ever hear it? Ed, nothing? No. Cherokee Boogie?
You got me there. You got me stumped on that one.
I want everybody to search it, look for it, and play it. You guys will enjoy it. It is an instrumental, but it's a good song.
I'm in.
I've heard of it.
I have
but
the
I have
CD.
not
I bought
heard
the CD when it came out just because Ace was on it. Because I'm a humongous Ace Frehley fan. I always been, and I just bought it just to have, and it's a jamming song.
Like I said, I've heard of it, and I will definitely check it out. If I can find it on YouTube, we will post it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I saw it today floating around, but
I think the listeners will like
click on
it. It's good. It's a good one.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. It's instrumental, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Dylan.
My hidden gem is a video series from a YouTube channel called Rock Reviews. The rest of the channel's awesome. Does some really cool album reviews and got some really awesome interviews. Corey Taylor, one of them. But the series is called Regretting the Past. And he goes through albums that are considered really, really bad by different bands, track by track, and just like breaks it apart. He's covered Saint Anger from Metallica, Risk from Megadeth.
Kind of what we did a couple weeks ago.
Chinese Democracy from Guns N' Roses.
Coming up.
Slayer's new metal album, Diabolus and Musica. So it's a really cool series. You get to see a man suffer live on screen in front of you. Has some really interesting things to say about those albums.
So it shows them listening to it?
Oh,
really?
Well, it's not like a live listen, but
Kind of like our drive to Nashville.
But like he'll go track by track and like talk about how awful or if like a song is actually decent. So it's a really cool series. Check it out if you're interested in seeing one man suffer through all these albums.
All right, cool. Good job, Dylan. We'll definitely have to check that out. BB.
Mine's just a song, but as we were down in Nashville and we cruised around looking for vinyl, our tour guide, David Hudson from Digital Kill the Radio Star podcast, him and Dylan were talking about this album, and it really intrigued me because I kind of missed this in my radar in 2002. Jerry Cantrell, his solo album, but there's a song on there, Anger Rising. It's a very deep, it's dark, it's bass heavy, Alice in Chains-ish. It's just a really, really cool tune. So if you're into like the Alice in Chains stuff, Dylan and I go back and forth. We're big fans, and Steve and BC are teetering. But this really intrigued me when we talked about it. But what a fantastic album it is! It's just so dark and deep, and and Jerry Cantrell, his guitar work on it is great. His vocals on this is spot on, and it really caught my ear, and it's an amazing work. It's off the Degradation Trip. It's called. The song is Anger Rising.
Yeah, it's a great album, great song too. Jerry Cantrell's a really talented musician, and he adds a lot to Alice in Chains. But it's cool to see him almost going. It's some of it you could definitely tell, although this is the guy from Alice in Chains.
Yeah.
But he goes off into his own thing at times, and it's really interesting to see what he does. And it's a good song, good pick.
I saw that actually, that solo tour here in Philadelphia, and he is phenomenal. And that album is fantastic. So great pick. Yeah, very cool.
Yeah, I actually have heard that album before. I remember BC picked it up years ago, and I checked it out. I haven't listened to it in a long time, and it's very Alice in Chains like. So if you like, if you're a fan of Alice in Chains, definitely check that out. Very, very cool, good pick. And my pick this week, it's a band and a new album. The band is called Corners of Sanctuary. I'm good friends with the singer Frankie Cross, great guy. And their new album, The Galloping Hordes, came out this year. And actually, they just got back from a European tour. And I messaged Frank back and forth a little bit last week, telling him I was checking the album out, loving it. And they're kind of a cross between, I want to say, Manowar, Motorhead, and Saxon, I'll say. Great album. They're not long songs. They're good, like great metal songs. So definitely check them out. Corners of Sanctuary, and their new album is out this year. It's called The Galloping Horde. So definitely check them out. So check out our gyms, you guys. There's a lot of cool shit out there. We'll go right back into it. Ed, give us your next pick.
My next pick is Deuce. I had to put that in there because it was the very first song that Ace ever played with Kiss back in 1973. And everybody knows the story. It was like Ace with his orange shoe or his orange sneaker and the one red sneaker, and they brought him in and they ripped that song and they ripped the solo, and right away that Paul and Gene knew right away that they're going to be their lead guitarist. So I have to put that in. If you're going to put a top 10 in about Ace Frehley, you got to put in Deuce. And I mean, to this day, Ace is playing it, Kiss is playing it, whoever, plays a Kiss set, they're putting in Deuce.
Yeah, he did get a writing credit on that too, and so he was part of that song. I mean, they kind of all constructed that together. It is a good opener. It's been a gem for years that they've played. It's a good one. It's a really good one.
Yeah, great pick.
Yeah, definitely. Another top 10 Kiss song. It's always in their set list, and it's in Ace's set list when he's doing solo. Because every once in a while, you just get a little bit sick and tired of hearing certain songs over and over and over. But it is a good song, and musically, Ace does a great job on it.
It's a good one live too. I enjoy it live.
Yeah.
Live, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, I did rail against this song. I actually did mention it specifically before, but I don't really hate hearing it live. It's one of them that like you kind of don't mind hearing all the time. I'm not a fan of Ace playing it all the time, but I will say that he did play that when we saw them in like 1983. That was one of the few Kiss songs that he did. And one of the things that I don't get about songwriting and crafting a song from the Kiss lore and what you hear about them, it sounds like Deuce was not a complete song until Ace played on it. It sounds like that he was the one that cemented how that song was going to go.
Maybe that's why they threw him a credit too in the beginning.
Does he have a writing credit on it?
Yeah, he's got a writing
on
credit.
that song?
Yes.
Does he really?
Yes, he does.
I thought it was just Simmons. Okay.
No.
Let me look.
Oh.
I believe the 3, or if not 4 of them, are all on there.
Yeah, Deuce is a classic Kiss song. I mean,
Yeah.
that solo is really just like it tells you exactly who Ace Frehley is right at the outset of that. I mean, I think Strutter does as well, but I think Deuce is more, for Ace than. Sorry, I'm trying to look at
No, it's just Gene that gets the writing credit on that.
Really?
Yeah, that's why I said that. I was like 98% positive,
Throwing
and
your
it's just
slander out there.
it's just Simmons on there, and that's one of the thing that kind of baffles me about that, because I really think that, and Gene and Paul has said, and Ace, that he came in and played right on that, and it's pretty much what he played that first time that they played it, that how the song ended up, and I think that really cemented the Kiss sound and how they were going to, roll from that.
Yeah, the road they were going to go down.
Great pick, even though I did rail against it before, but I totally understand the dynamics of how it's classic for Ace.
Yes.
Cool, good pick, Ed. BB.
Thank you.
All right, so now we're going to start my Kiss side. We already did our Ace side, and we're just going to flip over and we're going to do the Kiss side. So unfortunately, we already talked about Snowblind.
Or fortunately.
Yeah, true. And Hard Times. So
Oh, good ones.
so I'm already
Acoustic or electric?
electric.
Okay.
Electric Hard Times and Snowblinds, of course electric. So I'm two down to the good now.
Okay. Rob, you got like one left, I think. So
Because everybody's saying
we're gonna move on to Dylan.
Okay. I'm gonna go with the song.
Your last
that-
pick better kick fucking ass.
well,
that
I'm
I-
sure it will.
I got bonuses.
I
too.
guarantee this isn't on your list, Rob. So
Okay.
that's why I'm picking it. I'm gonna go with the last track off of Second Sighting. The A chord is spinning.
Oh.
I listened to this song and I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? The
Yeah.
A chord is spinning. Listening to the song, it doesn't give you any clue of what it means. It's just this. It's almost like a radio or like a boxing announcement.
That's
like
it's about a
during the-
boxing match.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
And,
And the acorn is the guy.
I'm
Yeah.
glad you said that, because like I'm totally. What the fuck is that?
But
Okay.
like I almost consider it an instrumental because the vocals are just like basically like a boxing match being
Right.
commentated on by Ace, and it sounds cool, but the instrumentals are really tight, and it's a nice just pace that it takes you on. It's a cool way to end off the album. I picked it because it's a different pick. I didn't think it would be on anybody else's list, so I wanted to go out there. Plus, I love it's an intriguing title that is
It
like,
is.
what does that mean? The acorn is spinning.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a different one for sure.
Ed, anything?
I've got nothing on that one. It's you got me stumped on that one there.
Yeah, it's,
BB.
it's just a
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what album is that off of?
Second Sighting. It's the last track.
The last one.
You hear the
Oh, you know what?
You hear the bell,
You know what
you
it
hear
is?
the bell.
I saw instrumental, and I think I just accidentally just skipped it. I didn't even give it a chance.
See, I've,
My bad.
I've listened to it many times.
I listened to it a couple.
I mean,
two,
I
three times.
enjoy it.
It's not bad.
Right.
It's
It's a fun song.
It's a filler.
I'm
It's
gonna
a
have to.
filler.
I'm gonna have to revisit on that one though.
But it's very odd.
Musically, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's closing the album.
Yeah, it's a weird closer.
Like you want to throw that somewhere in the middle.
Yeah. Well, He always
That's
throws
good at the end.
He throws the fractured.
You can
this,
just end it
fractured
before-
that
before if
at
you
the
need to.
end. So that was his fractured on that one, I guess.
Fractured acorn.
Yeah,
Fractured
but,
acorn.
Good pick, I guess. I'll have to revisit that. Maybe we'll post that one too. I'm gonna. It's my pick, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna zip back to the 1978 solo album, a song that I've always enjoyed. It kind of had a, I hate to say this, a spacey sound to it. The way the echo is in the guitars and the solo is great in it. I'm in need of love. See, you know what I was talking about, right? It's so cool. It's such a different song. You know what I mean? It's one of them. I think it's a standout sound-wise song on that album that is different from pretty much everything else that's on there. But it's another song that's got a time change in it too.
Yeah.
You know, but I think it's good. The guitar work is great in it. I think it's just a great song.
I agree. I like the song. It didn't make my list, but it got squeezed out by other songs. But it is a good one. It is a good one. I mean, there's pretty much that whole album every song is really, really good on there. So yeah, I enjoy that one.
Now, see, here we go. This is where I musically, it's great. For some odd reason, the tone he sings it, I can't stand his voice in this song. This is probably the worst song on the album in my eyes.
Wow.
But you like the quad instead.
I like the quad. I think I'm in need of love. It's just, I don't
Talk to me.
I just, this song, I don't know what it is. It just does nothing for me. But music is really good, and then the vocals just turn me off.
But he likes the vocals on Parasite.
Right. I don't know. I agree. I like both.
I mean,
I like them all. I like them all.
hey, that's what it's all about. You gotta agree.
That's right,
Because
when it comes back around to me, you can bust my balls about my next pick.
Oh, we will. Even if I like it, I'm gonna bust your ass. All right. Ed, what do you think?
I think that anything off of that album is phenomenal, and it can't go wrong with it. So, it's a good tune, and it fits right in with the Ace's style of music and his way of playing guitar. So I see nothing wrong with that pick. That's a great pick, actually.
Yeah, I like it. It's good. I don't have too much to say about it.
Okay,
But I like
cool. All right, Ed. Right, we're back to Ed.
it. Yes.
Sock it to us.
Sock it to you. I gotta go. Did nobody say this one yet, or have they said it? Rocket Ride
Nobody
off
said
of
Rocket
Live
Ride.
2.
Nobody said Rocket Ride yet.
Yet.
Oh my god.
That is
Go ahead.
That's a good one.
That's the best. I love that. I mean, just the production on that. Like, here you go from a live album, and then you have those extra tracks on there, and you're like, I thought this was going to be a live album, and they put that on there. But the studio version of that, you're listening to it back in the 70s with your headphones on, and it goes from one earphone to the next with Ace's guitar playing going through your head. It's an amazing song, and like you would love to hear him play that any single time when he's out on the tour. I love that song.
It is a good one.
I'm gonna have to disagree on the live part because the last time I saw him do it live, he did a really weird slowdown during the chorus.
Oh, really?
It was like, baby he wants to rock you.
Yeah.
Rock. It was like,
Really?
what the fuck
In
is
Wilkes-Barre,
happening?
Yeah. Well, that's when he started dehydrating and everything.
that's
He needed
right
to sit
before he
down.
collapsed.
That was the, that
Then they
was
took
the,
him to the hospital.
You'll
So.
leave a running out of the
That was the night he faded out.
That show, I remember leaving there, and I was so angry.
Rob
that
was
he
so
come back.
pissed. He didn't even stop the bullshit with us.
He didn't come back for an encore, but you got to picture us like he's sitting down on the amps at the end of the last song. I'm like, what is going on? Was he tired? Come on, what are you doing? Not knowing that he was ready to pass out, but I thinking, why is he sitting down? Get up, get up! And then all of a sudden,
Get up,
boom,
old man.
It was the show was over, and we're walking out, and the lights come up, and I'm like, not even an encore? Are you kidding me? And I was so mad. I was
Rob
like,
was so
how
pissed.
can there not be an encore? This is my guy. There's no encore. And then we're walking out. I'm bitching about it and everything like that. And then I see on the news Ace Frehley was at CMC Hospital because he was dehydrated.
Oh, really?
Da 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 da. And I was like, wow, I felt bad after that.
Good for you, motherfucker.
I was cursing my guy. He's my guy. And I was
The guy
cursing
can't
him.
even stand up, and he's dehydrated, and
I
you're
thought he was
kicking
just
him in the
getting.
ass.
I thought he was getting tired. He was sitting down. I'm like, it's the last song. Get up. Stand up.
Get up! I paid $25.
Yeah.
Good
Stand
song,
up,
though.
right? Yeah, good song.
Yeah, definitely a good song. This almost balances the same teeter-totter as Shock Me. You know, you think Rocket Ride. This is another one. You instantly hear it and you just think of Ace in that smoking guitar solo that he always did. And it's
Space
just
theme.
it's just another Ace iconic song, and it belongs on an album.
I got
definitely.
the rocket.
Yeah.
You want the
This is definitely the best out of the 5 songs that are on side 4 of Alive 2.
Yeah.
Any way you want it.
That's
They
the
could
way
just
you need it.
X that the fuck off of there.
Throw that away.
Horrible. That is like 2 albums in a row, like studio shit. They Love Gun, awesome, and then She Kissed Me, and then, you know,
I like that
all
song.
All American Man,
song.
any,
It's a good song.
you know,
I like All American.
All American
Man is a
No,
good song.
all those songs are great, and then
Larger
Rocket
Than
Ride,
Life,
and then you
good
get to
song.
Any Way You Want It. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And does anybody really think that Peter Criss played drums on Rocket Ride?
Absolutely. You kidding me? That's signature, Peter.
Kiss says yes, but
No.
I'm thinking no fucking way.
No, I don't think
But
The controversy continues.
I know, I agree, because you would think that if he didn't, Gene and Paul would, because they're always all over his shit for what he played and didn't play.
Wasn't there rumor of Anton playing on that, or was that just rumor?
Anton or someone else, but
So there was some kind
that's
of
not
rumor
fucking
out
Peter.
there.
I'm sorry, it's not.
Yeah.
Just the drum sound alone, that little solo at the end. But love the song. The solo in it is great, and you had Shock Me on Love Gun, and then you had the next Ace song, and I think he hit a home run on his definitely his first 2 efforts. I think singing vocally for Kiss, and that was one of my picks also, Dylan. So you can knock me out for another one.
Okay.
Great pick, Ed and Steve. BB, what do you got?
All right, so now you guys can pick on me now, because I think this song is the best song on a solo album, which is Speeding Back to My Baby.
Baby.
I think it has a groovy tune. It really shows where Ace came from. The opening riff is awesome. I
Yeah.
really think it's really, really cool. His vocals on this, in my ears, really, really good. And I misspoke before, because this is the song right before the solo starts. It almost seems like he drops his guitar. Like he makes like a goofy, twangy something happens right before he starts that solo. And I couldn't figure, I have no clue what he does. But then he goes right back into it.
And Dylan can drop it in right
You have to put
here.
Alrighty.
Thanks,
So,
Dylan.
thank you. So now you know what I'm talking about.
Not like I have a lot of other work to work on this episode.
I like the song. I do like the song, but just the female background vocals, that's what drives me crazy about that.
I think you're wrong. I think it works
fits.
really well for the
Yes.
song. It has like an old school 50s vibe to it.
It isn't it like
really.
Like I was
is that like
oh,
his
wife?
speed
It's
him
his
back.
wife.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, speed him
Yeah.
back. Like it works really well for the song.
It worked when I was 12. It doesn't work now.
It's a different direction that Ace is going.
You know what I mean?
And like he's like, you know what? Let's try this out. Let's see if it works. And I agree with BB. I think it
Thanks,
works.
buddy.
What do you think, Ed?
Absolutely think so. It works. Like, you look back at like all the things I've done in the past with Ace and the stuff that is done now. You can reflect on that stuff that he's done, like "Be Back to My Baby," and compare it to songs now, and you listen to. If you can go side by side with, say, here's an album from back then to an album that's here now, like what would you choose? I'm like, absolutely would pick "Speed Back to My Baby." It's well produced and it's signature Ace, and he's nailing it on that song. It's fantastic, yeah.
It is
got
a
to
good
choose.
song.
I'm of the school of Rob on this one, and I said it before.
I'm sorry I doomed you when I said
And I back in the day maybe, but I think that was Jeanette Frehley grabbing her piece of the pie at the time.
It's not like she sucks on the
No,
But she has she doesn't. But
it just doesn't help it out.
But the guitar work on that song is
song is
probably
fantastic.
The soloing is probably one of the best on the
Yes,
album.
I agree.
I love
I
the initial. I mean, it just like it's kicks your ass. I wouldn't mind
change.
I wouldn't
it
and it
changes
just like
speakers
right,
in
it
the
goes
middle.
right around your head in the
Fantastic.
headphones. But I don't think I would mind it as much if you didn't get the whoa speedy back.
Towards the end,
it
it gets really crazy.
I don't
at the
like
end.
that at
doing
the
those
end.
kind of
Like
songs.
But
during
this-
the regular chorus, I don't mind it, but the end stuff just it
Too
gets,
much. It goes over the top.
I give it but great
It
pick
is a
though.
great
I
song.
do like it, BB. So
I do
I'm only
too.
gonna make fun of you a little bit.
50%.
50%. All right, I take it. I like it.
I'll go 60.
Damn it.
Rob, you gonna spend your last pick now?
Well, yeah, my last one, which
Before someone
you
else
guys
does.
took all my other good ones. It's a good one. I think you're all gonna like it. Two Sides of the Coin off Unmasked. I'm seeing faces. Yeah,
I'm
I'll
waiting
tell
my
you-
turn for a change.
Here's my thought on this one. If I had to pick the best one of Ace off Unmasked, it would be Two Sides of the Coin. Torpedo Girl is a good one, but this is clearly a much better, heavier song than Torpedo Girl. Like, this is a little bit better. It's a little more raw, a little more, bluesy, kind of. I don't know. I just enjoy this song better.
What do you think, Ed?
It's definitely a song that I typically wouldn't have picked, but I can respect what it is and the history behind it. It's a good song. It didn't hit my top 10, but definitely maybe in the top 20. Absolutely.
Do you like it more than Torpedo Girl?
No, I don't.
Is it the bass line in Torpedo Girl?
I think that
Not as fun.
It's Torpedo Girl. It was like just back then. It was just so raw and so original for Ace. After that, everything became very standard. You know what I mean? Like what Steve was saying, like space.
Right.
It became like all right. I hadn't heard enough space songs and everything, but like for me, like at the time, Torpedo Girl was just something that was just completely out of the left field for Ace and the band at the time. So yeah, I stick with my standing on that song. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Out of the three on Unmasked, that's probably my third favorite Ace song. I think Torpedo Girl really takes it. I think Talk to Me's a little bit catchier than Two
Talk
Sides.
to me, he. Talk to me, he.
Yes.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yes.
I like that because he sounds like he's
Talk
he's,
to
That's
me,
better than
he's
Two
been
he.
Sides.
drinking all
Talk
day.
to
and he's
me,
like,
he.
"Talk to
Definitely.
Oh, you guys got to go back and revisit
Definitely.
that album. Talk to
Definitely.
me, he. Talk to me, he.
Definitely.
Stop that.
Gotta get away.
You got to go back
away.
and listen to this song. Play those three songs. You might have me with Torpedo Girl. But
Torpedo Girl is
way
one.
better than Talk to Me.
Talk to Me is two.
Talk to me, hey. Come on.
I think I'm gonna throw
Two Sides is
my
third.
2 cents in here while it's still fresh in my mind. Two Sides of the Coin. I think that he's pretty much singing about it's him and Peter against Gene and Paul. Number one, two sides of the coin. Here's our side. Here's their side. And Talk to Me is Ace's feeble attempt to get laid.
Torpedo Girl.
Torpedo Girl is just fun. Torpedo Girl is just like fun. But as far as I'm not a big Talk to Me person. I think that when they did these songs live, I think that they absolutely should have picked either Torpedo Girl or Two Sides of the Coin over Talk to Me.
Yes.
I don't know why. I think maybe because
agree.
on Talk to Me there's a little more of just Ace playing his guitar alone on that song.
Well,
That I think maybe that they did that. I don't know, but I sorry, BB.
I think "Talk to Me" is a better sing-along song, like for the crowd, because the chorus is really simple. It's just talk to me. All I want is a little conversation.
Just talk to me, he.
I was
That's
trying
his
to
Bronx
do
accent, man. That's the Bronx boy coming out.
I do have to say, I think Torpedo Girl edges out Two Sides of the Coin because of the fun factor.
Yeah.
Torpedo Girl, like
I was
that's
between
a song,
those.
like-
I was between those two.
Yeah. Two Sides of the Coin
Better
is
than
good
Rattle
though.
Station.
I think it's better than Talk to Me.
Damn it! What? If you take any one of those three Ace songs, it's better than a lot of the other Gene and Paul songs on that album.
Yeah.
She's so European.
I'm not
Still
saying
the best song
she's
on the
European. I
album.
absolutely love that fucking song. Tomorrow,
We
I
should,
think, is the
we
best
should
song.
have a list of worst Ace songs because there's so many gems of worst songs.
There's some stinkers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But there's stinkers with all of them.
Oh yeah.
the Joker.
Oh, don't worry. There's
Yeah.
we got shit going on here. All right, good pick in my opinion.
Thank you.
Where we at,
Thank you.
Dylan?
I'm going to go with for my next pick. Talk to no.
Talk to me.
No, but I will do another Ace Kiss song. His version of 2000 Man. I think it blows the original version by the Rolling Stones
Yes.
off of
Big
Her
time.
Satanic Majesty's
Oh, yeah.
Request out of the
Big
water. The solo in it is really cool, and it's like the perfect song for Ace to sing because it's about a futuristic man and
Yeah.
oh daddy, proud of your planet, oh mommy, proud of your
Proud
son.
of your son.
Like it's like he sells the lyrics of that song really well. Even the acoustic version on Kiss Unplugged is really good. I think it's a great song off of Dynasty, and Ace actually kills it on Dynasty. I think all of his songs are really really good. Did you hear a word I said?
Yeah, I heard everything
Yes.
you said. I agree. I think. Well, I like the unplugged version a little bit better.
Yeah.
But it's pretty close. But yeah, miles away from the Stones.
Yeah.
Miles away.
And I like the Stones.
Yeah, I do too.
Their version
I do
is
too.
a little weird.
But Ace, he brought it up to speed and he killed it. It's a really good version. Really good version. And nobody could sing it better than him, I don't think. Like
No.
I couldn't see Tommy doing that song. It just would not flow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, this is just another one of those iconic Ace songs because you think "Rip It Out" is one, and you think of 2000 Man is definitely one of his staples of his songs. That
Even
he
though
does.
it wasn't his.
Right,
Like
but
New York
that's-
Groove.
Right,
Yeah.
New York Groove, another one. Those three songs, you
Right.
think instantly, you just know, and it really shows what a great musician he is, and the solo in it, the guitar work is. But see, that's why you keep going about the guitar work. Well, he's really a great guitarist. Like 99% of the songs that we talk about tonight, his guitar work is amazing.
Yeah.
But just another. It's Ace.
Someone had thanks, BB.
Thanks.
Someone had
So,
to do it.
so it just top three, boom, boom, boom. That's probably the third most popular Ace song going. So you have to have it on your list.
Yeah.
What do you think, Ed?
It's an amazing song. It's a remake, but 2000 Man is so well done by Ace, and his lyrics on it, as the way he sings it, is fantastic. It's a great song, and it should be something that is definitely in somebody's top 10 if you're going to have an Ace Frehley, top 10. How could you say no to that song? It's fantastic. It's a great pick.
Yeah, I definitely concur with everybody here, and I think I do like the unplugged version just a tiny bit more, I think, than the Dynasty version, but not by much. They're both great versions. Another song that we all discussed that. Another song that Ace made his own. Like when this first came out, I had no idea it was a friggin' Rolling Stones song, until I was familiar with Keith Richards and Mick Jagger. But then when I did read the credits on the album, wow, did they write a song for Kiss You know, because you really, at that point, 1979, I was 11 years old. So what do you really know about
YouTube it back then?
Yeah. What do you know about the music? How music goes and stuff then. But I think it's a great pick. I think it's an excellent pick, and it's cool when he does it live. He has the lighted guitar comes out. It was really cool. Good pick, Dylan.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. I think this is my last pick for the night. Correct.
This is your last for like the main.
This is my last for the main pick.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick Cold Gin, the first song that you heard from Ace, but I'm going to pick the 1980 live version that they did in Australia with Eric Carr on drums. Ace, and actually I just watched the video hours before we did this episode, and Ace and Gene sing the whole song together.
Oh, I think I've seen that.
And it's really good. And the thing that I like the most about that is Eric Carr's drums are so fucking awesome on that version. It's crazy. Just I'm gonna definitely post it online. And it's Cold Gin is great. Dylan loves that middle part, and I think it's absolutely fantastic. It's just a great version.
Well, I tell you something. When you're down in the dumps and you need something to bring you up, one thing, it's gonna do it the way you want it.
That's right.
What's that?
I can't hear you.
Oh,
I've seen versions before where Gene and Ace trade off.
Right, but they both sing it on this version.
I've ever seen that where they sing the whole thing together.
They both sing it together on this version.
Oh, that would be cool.
It's very cool.
Wow.
Cold Gin was on my list, but the version from Origins Volume 1 with Mike McCready from Pearl Jam playing on it. That is such an amazing version.
He does bring a little extra something to it.
And he can shred.
Yeah.
He's an amazing guitarist. So that's one of my picks. Cold
How about the
Gin.
vocals on the Origins one?
Not as bad as Parasite.
It's a lot better.
He doesn't really enunciate quad. It's a little quadish, but not quad. Like, just go full quad. It's like half a quad.
I don't. He doesn't really.
It's like a
commit-
pint. It's like a pint.
The only thing I would say about it, he doesn't really commit to the ow at the end of like the keeps us together. He doesn't commit to that as much as I would like him to, but otherwise, it's a great version. I think.
Okay.
Great, definitely. I'm really excited. I don't think I've ever. Maybe I've seen that version, but it just never.
You probably
clicked.
have, but not
yeah,
really
it just
watched
doesn't
watched
click.
it. Yeah.
But now that you brought that up, I
Yeah.
want to see it.
I can't
Yeah.
wait to see that.
Please post that. Yeah.
Yeah, because
I will.
I'm
Actually,
looking
I
forward to
just
seeing
watched
too.
it today.
Yeah, I haven't seen that. That would be awesome to see. I mean, how could you go wrong with Cold Gin? It's classic.
I felt it had to be on the list somewhere, but I wanted
Yeah,
I wanted a
absolutely.
different version. Where at least Ace was involved vocally. I was thinking of going with one of the reunion tour ones, but sorry, Peter's drumming on that, and it's
Not
kind of
the-
horrible.
not the Origins
but,
version?
Maybe
no,
that's
I
where
wanted
saw
the
this
I wanted a live version but like Ace and Gene singing this one's really good.
Wow.
And
Yeah,
plus,
and Eric on the
plus
drums,
Eric
how
Carr's
good
on the
they're
drums
on.
on this, and it's fantastic.
Very cool.
All right, BB, I don't even know where we're at on picks.
It's Ed.
Or Ed, I'm
Ed's
sorry.
next, yeah.
Go ahead, Ed.
Oh, and that was my pick for
Okay.
Cold Gin was my pick at that point, right?
Perfect.
Right after Rocket Ride, yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
So,
cool.
there you go.
Cool.
All right, now BB.
All right, we're gonna go back to 1974 in the Hotter Than Hell album. He gets a writing credit on what? Strange Ways. I love the beginning drum beat on this song, the bass, the darkness of this song. It's really a darker kind of tune for Kiss in this early stage. The solo, I love the solo in this, but what really makes it is between Peter's like jazzy, raspy voice and Gene's background vocals on the solo. I love when Gene keeps going, strange ways. I really think that's it's just a combination of these three guys just, kicking ass on a song and let Paul sit down and, go paint or cook or whatever and, and let the three guys just rock out. I really think it's a cool homage of, we can still rock out without our lead guy.
Right. And the guitar work is fantastic, and it just kind of, it's like, it's kind of almost grungy, evilly, kind of.
Very dark.
It's dark.
It's a dark
Yes.
for an early Kiss tune.
Yeah, and it's a good song. It's some Ace fine writing skills right there. Good song, good tune. And that was actually my bonus one. So I'm out another song.
Wow.
You have one song left.
Yes, I do.
We talked about Strange Ways on our Kiss Bookends episode, and I said that in that episode I wasn't a major fan of it. I thought that everybody saying that the solo in Strange Ways is like Ace's best solo ever was a little off base, not quite. I think
Firehouse might
Firehouse
be
is
the best
great
solo ever.
Like, I don't think Strange Ways quite has that distinction. It's an okay song. It's not one of my favorites from Kiss. It's a little weird for me, and I like weird stuff, but it's a little slogging, I think, kind of as an ending song to an album. So it's okay though.
Strange.
Yeah.
It's sluggy, but it's strange.
Yeah, I think it's a good song. I like the lore behind the song that he did the solo in one take kind of story that's out there, which I believe. And if you listen to Hotter Than Hell, it's it's a kind of a slogging sounding album,
Right.
But a lot of people are clamoring for them to remaster it or whatever. But I think it would fuck it up.
I say leave it the way it is.
Leave it go. Leave it.
Yeah.
It sounds like if you want to, if you want to ramp up an album, I would say maybe ramp up Hot in the Shade, which is a fucking fantastic album. But if you brought the guitars a little bit more out front, I think it would be a better job of it. But like the versions of the songs on Hotter Than Hell, they're the versions you've lived with since you've been listening to Kiss. Myself, 1976. I probably 77. I probably picked up Hotter Than Hell. I'm gonna say probably, but Strange Ways is, and the solo's cool. It's like a kind of a psychedelic kind of solo in it, maybe different.
How they do them backwards now. It almost reminds you of like a backwards one.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
But
it's
not.
different. It's very different. It's very different. But cool song though, and it's cool to see. And that's another song that they did on the Electric Sail Away show on Kiss Cruise 6 that we were at, and it was very cool. Good pick, BB. All right.
Very good pick.
Robert, you're out of picks, aren't you? Until we get to the bonus checks.
I got bonus.
Save your bonus.
I got a bonus.
Done. Save your bonus.
Save it. Another song that gets ruined by the background vocals.
That's just
Save it. Good song, but other than the save it.
Okay, my next pick is going to be off of Frehley's comment, and it is Calling to You. A Todd Howarth vocal song.
Todd Howarth jam.
I think it's one of the best songs on that album, and that's an album of pretty decent songs. I really like. I'm glad that Todd Howarth sang this because I don't think Ace could have done it justice. The vocals are really cool. It's like it's not really a song you think would come from Ace, in my opinion, but it came from him, and it's a pretty damn good song in my opinion. Yeah, Calling to You.
Yeah, I remember when this album came out, and I was playing this in my car, driving around with my girlfriend now, who's my wife, and she would always put on that Calling to You song. That's my favorite song, and I'd be like. And I was thinking to myself, that's not even Ace. That's not an Ace song. But
Ace isn't singing that bitch.
But she'd always want to hear that one. Oh, that's
and
the
yet
song
he still
I
married her.
Hear. Yeah, but that was, I know she always wanted to hear that song. When I was like, well, what about these? No, that's the good one, So I do remember that song. It's a good one, though. I do enjoy it. And that's one of probably Todd's better ones, or best one even. That's a good song.
You see, once again, like you love the way Ace musically performs, but it's always a little bit better when somebody else kind of takes the lead of the vocals and lets Ace kind of rip the shit out of his guitar and just let Todd sing this. And every once in a while, you like the combination because Todd has a couple, 1, 2, he sings 3 songs on this album, which is. It gives a good mix. Ace doesn't do everything, but it's a really good song, and I like the combination of Todd's vocals on this.
I like it. I think it's a good song. one of the ones, and I agree with BB on this one, that I think it's I like the situation of that album, that Ace is not singing everything. It gives him a break. It gives us a break. And but it's a good song. It's a good song. Hey, listen, if Carol likes it, I fucking like it. Good pick though. Who picked that?
That was me.
That's
Dylan. Good pick.
Okay, so
I'm out of picks,
You're
so
out.
I'll wait till we're doing the bonus tracks to do mine.
okay.
Who's got shit left?
So Ed's got 2 main ones left. BB and I have 1 main one left.
All right, so Ed, give us one. We'll go Ed, BB, Dylan, Ed.
I think I'm out of picks because my number 2 or 8 or number 9 or number 10 was Strange Ways and Parasite. So whoever needs to take over, take over.
Okay, so BB and me then.
all right. So I'm gonna close out the Kiss side. We're gonna tune it down a little of acoustic. We're gonna go the Unplugged album. We're gonna go.
Let's break it down.
We're gonna break it down. We already rocked out. And now we need to calm down to close the album out. From the Unplugged, Ace gets a little writing credit on this. Rock Bottom. Ooh. I love how 45, 50 seconds in, Ace and Paul and Bruce Kulick on this. They go back and forth through their acoustic, and then they kind of stop and take a little rest, and then Paul says, "Now it gets rough."
Yeah, that's what he said. I was trying to think it because
And then they just tear into it, and it's just such a good rendition of this song. Like I love this song. It's so much better acoustically. I think, even though it's not the original guys, I think the combination of these guys with Bruce and Eric give a different dimension of the song. And acoustically, it's just fantastic. It works, and they sell it. I think it's amazing.
I agree. I like the Alive version where you could just hear that I can't, and then it kicks in.
True. Yeah.
So that is good as well, but I like both versions. I really don't know which one I like better. I think I like them both. I can't decide. I gotta have both. Steve?
What, Alive and
Yeah, Alive and
Just to
Unplugged.
Kill? Oh, and Unplugged.
Unplugged.
Okay.
We're not even Just to Killing.
I think Rock Bottom is a kick-ass fucking Kiss song. Although it's a little cheating because Ace only wrote the little intro in the beginning.
Yeah.
But they combined the two, which is great. And I remember when Rob saw the reunion tour, I think the day after that BC and I went, I want to say, in Philadelphia. Day before. And at that point, the internet was just coming on, but you kind of had we saw them like well into the tour.
Yeah.
So you knew what songs were going to be played, and that was one of the most songs that I was looking forward to seeing them play live, because I had seen them only on the Hot in the Shade tour and Revenge tour, and they played a bunch but that was one of the songs they hadn't played on neither one of those tours, and I'm like, man, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind when they play Rock Bottom, and I did, and I don't care if Ace wrote like 2 notes of that song. It's kick-ass. It is a classic Kiss song. It's kind of an under-the-radar Kiss song.
Yeah.
But great. And we just had the 40th anniversary of Kiss Alive, I think.
Yeah.
Either yesterday from when we were recording this. I think it was yesterday or today. But classic Kiss song, and definitely in my rotating top 10 Kiss songs. Good pick, BB.
Yeah. Very good.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Good night.
It's about time we didn't.
Good night. I'm leaving now. I'm not going to stop talking.
That first, you
Drop
could
the
have
mic.
mic dropped and fucking walked out. Don't drop the mic. It's the only one we have. Ed.
Rock Bottom, Dress to Kill, 1975, Kiss, fantastic. And here it goes, like back to what I was saying earlier, is that, whatever it is with Kiss or Ace Frehley and what they're producing is, like there's a certain song style, and there's an Ace and his guitar style, whatever it is. If there's a marriage between the two, there's harmony. And this song sort of captures that harmony together. But, you break the two apart and there's two different entities. And, I'm a big fan of this song. And God, if Ace plays it anytime, I'm always like captured and thumbs up with Ace on this one. Yeah.
So
My last.
Dylan's
my
last pick, right?
Yep. Okay, so how about this for lyrics? Voices I hear, I can't explain. Those neon lights, they hurt my brain. Feeling no pain, my body's numb. From Hell's Kitchen to Kingdom Come.
Come.
It's Lost in Limbo off of Trouble Walking.
Yeah.
This is one that caught my ear. I really like it. I think Trouble Walking is a really kick-ass album.
Yeah.
I have a lot of songs actually on my auxiliary list that I've had to go to. But it's a really cool song, Lost in Limbo. Definitely an underlooked song in Ace's catalog, but one that should be looked at.
Yeah, definitely great album. And after doing all this homework for the last couple of days, this album is amazing on Ace's part. And now this is on my radar to pick up on vinyl. I hope it's on vinyl because I would love to hear, the little pings and twings that you're not used to hearing on this digital stuff that you get today. Put it on, put little headphones on, relax, and listen. I really think this album on vinyl would be amazing.
Yeah, Barking Dog, much too loud,
Yeah.
right? It's a good song. It's a good song, and it's a fantastic album. Did you guys see the poster for this album where he's holding 4 aces in his hand or something like that? He's got I want that poster so bad, and every time it comes up on eBay or something like that, I miss out on it because I don't want to spend a freaking $1 million for a poster. But I love the poster, and I love the album, and I want to get that poster so bad to add to my collection.
Is that your poster?
Yes, that's the one. It's so cool.
It's not.
It is so cool. I just every time it comes up,
It's
I
like a
watch for it.
promo album.
And how many
so
times
promo.
have we seen that poster at the Kiss Expos
I
for
know.
back in the day?
Back
for
in the
not
day,
a lot?
why didn't I buy it
I
back
know.
then? Now it's. But I'll get it sooner or later. It's just a matter of
It'll
time.
work its way in your
It
collection.
all comes around.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of time. But it is a good song. It's a very good song. Good pick.
Familiar, Ed?
Yeah, I am. Dylan has some great, amazing picks tonight.
Thank you.
And he's picking stuff out of the bottom that, I'm like, wow, I wish I had picked some of these songs. So, no, hats off to these picks that you put together, Dylan. It's something that I think I was reaching for songs that were, a little bit more notoriety to them, but this nonetheless is a fantastic Ace song, and yeah, very good pick. Very cool.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, I like that. I like that pick. You could pretty much pick any song from Trouble Walking, and it could make anyone's list at any time. And that's a song that is lost in limbo. I think it's one of those under the radar type songs that you don't think about, and if you're doing a playlist, you just kind of skip over it. But then when you hear it, you're like, why the fuck do I not listen to the song more?
Yeah.
And for everyone out there that is not familiar with a lot of these songs, check them out. Just don't listen to 2000 Man and New York Groove and
Right,
rip it out.
absolutely.
Dig deeper. There's some great goddamn music out there. Just some excellent shit. Yeah. And this is definitely one of them songs that when you hear it, you're going to be going, wow, these guys were fucking right.
It's a good song.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
See, we know what we're talking about.
Good pick. Good pick.
Thank you.
So I think we are actually done with all 10, right?
Is
I
that
think
it?
so, yeah. So if we want to do our bonus tracks and we each go, just say our two.
Just say your
could
two.
talk.
Yeah,
'Cause I
even
know
if it
some
was
of
picked,
us-
say it was picked, then it's whatever.
Just to
okay.
expedite the
Yeah,
process.
absolutely. Ed, bonus tracks.
Do you want to go through 1 and 2, or?
Yeah, just give us both, and if one was picked, we'll just, if not, we'll just talk about them real quick.
All right. Ozone was my first one, and then the second one was Dark Light Off of the Elder. Ooh.
That's a good
Yeah.
one.
I said something to Dylan before. I'm like, I don't know if I pulled this out of my hat, but Dark Light on Elder. You know, as a
Right.
Kiss fan, you don't want to speak of the Elder, but the guitar solo is fucking amazing.
One of his
I do.
best.
I want to talk about it.
I think that's the best song on the whole album.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you know what?
Yeah.
I really enjoy that album. I do. I enjoy that whole album.
I love that album, and
But-
you can hate me for it, but I
Yeah.
don't know what it is, and I think that like they denounced it, Kiss the band,
Right.
as that album that they don't want to be recognized for. There's no reason for it. There's a lot of good music on there, absolutely.
I agree. I mean, you have to really give it a listen too, because they put production into that album. If you
Yeah,
listen
they
to even
did.
the Paul songs, like there's some
Oh my God,
there's
Paul's
horns and
voice on
violins and
some
stuff
of
that
the-
you really got to listen to that album.
He captured Paul's voice in history
He
on
did.
a lot of songs.
Yeah, big time. You just got to get it. It's a mellow album, but you just got to be in the mood to listen to it. You know what I mean? You just got to sit back and just relax and listen to it. It's good. I've been listening to it quite a bit lately.
You don't have to be like, all right, this is it.
And you know what? If-
I'm gonna rate this as the best Kiss album ever. But you know what? You listen
Some
to
people
it lyrically, and the way the music is put together, and the production is all this. Yeah, it's definitely worth a listen to. God, you're nuts if you're a Kiss fan. You don't really listen to that. God, it's something that's part of their history. It's fantastic. Yeah.
And you know what's crazy? When you ask Alexa, play Kiss music from the Elder on Spotify, it'll play it in a whole different order, the way the order was meant to be.
Oh no!
On the album.
That's so cool.
So it takes you, and
That's
there's
very
this
cool.
beginning part.
I didn't know that.
And it
I'm
takes you
gonna
on
check that out.
the whole different journey, a different way. The way it was, you know how there was a different version of it, and Just a Boy and everything is all. It does. It starts out different. It's really wicked the way it plays it.
Well, that's
plays
the
in a
way.
different
That's
version.
the way that it
was supposed to be. But that's how it
Yeah.
plays on Spotify,
The,
which is amazing.
When we picked it up when it first came out, the order was The Oath, Fanfare, Just a Boy, Dark Light, Only You, Under the Rose, side 1. Side
Right.
2, World Without Heroes, Mr. Blackwell, Escape from the Island, Odyssey, I, and the finale. But the way that it was supposed to be was Fanfare, Just a Boy, Odyssey, Only You, Under the Rose, Dark Light, World Without Heroes, The Oath, Mr. Blackwell, Escape from the Island, and I.
Right.
So, but that's the version now. If you were to buy the Elder on vinyl, that's the version you get.
Oh, really?
That's the version you get.
And there's
Like,
actually-
Odyssey's like the third song.
And there's
which I
actually a
absolutely
little bit of
fucking hate.
something before Fanfare too. You could hear a little something where you're like, what is
It's a little bit different.
Yeah.
As far as the Elders, I mean, actually, we bought the album on the same day down at King of Prussia.
The day it came out.
The day it
we
came
were
out, we were like, "What the fuck? Like, what is this?"
What is
We
it?
didn't
It's
even
a
know it was
door.
out.
It's a
Yeah.
door with a Kiss logo.
Yeah.
Wow, what is this
No
about?
pictures of the band anywhere. No,
Yeah.
I mean, we could do. I mean, we will probably do an Elder
Yeah.
episode at
But
some
the
point.
thing with the Kiss too is like how many times like everybody points to the Elder as that album that
It's a pariah.
that it's like the one that points to like they did something so different. But you listen to their albums, they're producing stuff so fast and furious that a lot of those albums sounded so different. Like even though Let Me Go, Rock and Roll, or Dress to Kill, people are like, oh my God, the sound quality between this one and that one. Like each album was completely different. It was there's a lot of nuances that, even to this day that they were completely different. But, the Elder stands out because it was completely different. But they kept on changing their style over and over and over and over again. And to me, it was like, here's another album like this. I'm going to give it a listen.
Right, and that's the way we looked at it. Here, it's the new Kiss album.
Yeah.
We're gonna embrace it.
We never gave up.
There's
on
going to
it.
be some,
We
but
never gave up
I'm
on
not
it.
one of the. I don't think any of us here are the Kiss fan that someone puts out something. I love everything. You can't fucking love everything.
Yeah.
because even if you like you like an album, you like there's one song you're gonna like more than another. You can't love everything.
Right.
Like when this came out, like Odyssey, like that's a song I will always skip. Beth, I will always skip. There's songs you will always fucking skip.
Gene's solo album, When You Wish Upon a Star, you have to skip that one.
No, you don't skip it. You just go to the next album.
The reason why he did that song too is like,
you can understand why he did it. Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah,
No,
absolutely.
I do. I have listened to it, but I skip it now.
I don't hate the Elder, but I
agree
just
with you,
don't like it
too,
as
yeah.
much. But it's something you have to, like Rob said, you have to be in the mood for.
Yeah.
Dark Light, kick-ass song written by Ace, Gene, Anton Fig, and Lou Reed. Lou Reed's got a couple writing credits on there. And what was your other bonus track? Yeah, Dark Light and Ozone.
Ozone, yeah.
Another kick-ass song
So
from the
hard
Ace,
rock
Ace
and,
solo
yeah.
album. Yeah, and truthfully, you could have just said my whole album is the A78 album. And
You know what? That's what I was saying. Like, I
you would've been
started this
golden.
whole thing. I was like, if I was gonna pick like the best, that's what I'm doing. Like, I could pick songs from Ace and every single one of his albums, but I was like, what are the really best songs that like from a point of a fan and what did well in the top Billboard. So that's how I picked my list, and that's why I was like, got to throw Ozone in there as well because it's solid. Some fans too, like they might not even know what like the people who come in later in the 80s or even the 90s. They're like, Ozone, what the hell is that?
go back and listen.
You got to put it on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And Ed, awesome picks. And while we're talking about the Elder, I'm going to say my final my two gems were not my gems. I'm sorry, my bonus tracks were we already talked about the breakout one with the early video version of it. And my other bonus track is going to be Escape from the Island from the Elder, by Ace, Eric Carr, and Bob Ezrin. Apparently the three of them just recorded that. It's a great version. Awesome guitar solo in it. It's an instrumental, and I love it. I think it's a kick-ass album. And that was the one, like when I heard that, I was like, this is like
Good
cool
one.
as
Yeah.
fuck.
Yep.
You get the bass sounds great in it. And like you get the siren in there.
It was like a train
cool.
coming down the tracks.
Yeah,
It was
it's
like,
just a chugging song.
Yeah.
It's great. There's gems on the. I mean, I've railed against the Elder here and there. It's not a favorite album of mine, but like we talked about it when it came out, it was the Kiss album, the new Kiss album you had to listen to, and you embraced it. I mean, as far as I'm concerned,
and then Creatures came out and we forgot about the
We're like, oh, yeah.
Right,
Elder one?
It was like,
It was from the
Futures
what?
changed everything.
Yeah.
It was
Elder
like,
who? What?
this is the album that you wish you had.
Yeah.
But there's something, there's something to say, like,
There's a
about
mystique about it.
Elder still. Yeah.
I
There's good stuff.
I appreciate it more now than I did back then. That's for sure.
All right, I will say I will listen to the Elder
Yeah, give it a go
tomorrow.
When you're just chilling out and having a beer and relaxing and
Well,
there's
I gotta
nobody
work tomorrow,
around.
so I'll be having a beer.
Well,
listening to it.
anytime. I'll sit in the hot tub and I'll just put on the Spotify and I'll just like by myself and just chill and just listen that front to back.
And then Carol
When I
jumps
get
in
up-
and wants to hear calling to you,
No,
and he
no.
has to turn it off.
No, and I just listen to the album and you just picture it because you kind of picture the movie because it was going to be a movie. And you kind of picture.
Right, you did, absolutely. Wasn't that? Yeah.
That's what
you
I
could
do.
Envision that in your
You
head.
should get it on Broadway.
Well, you never know.
Headline that.
Not on Broadway, but
Something.
but there was a story behind it,
Right.
and you would, as a kid, you're enthralled with that, and you're looking, and you're listening through the lyrics and everything there as if there was a story. You have to look back, like people look at it like,
Do you
know.
still believe in Worthy of the Fellowship?
right, but they were looking back at at the time of like
They're
when
trying to be
the
something they
album-
weren't.
When the album came out, that it was something completely different, and it does. If you look at it right now, you're like, oh, that's crap. But as a kid at that age, there has something magical about it, that album, and there's some songs on there that absolutely, are classics. Absolutely.
They wanted to bring a comic book alive.
Yeah, absolutely.
They wanted to do.
They did. They did want to do that.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Good picks, Ed. BB, your bonus tracks.
Mine is, you're probably not going to really talk about it because you guys probably have not heard this. There are 4 songs that Ace and Richie Scarlett released in 1995. I'm going to talk about 2 of them. One song is Too Far Gone, which was actually released on Richie Scarlett's album Insanity for Life. Richie Scarlett, he is the vocals on it, and Ace Frehley plays lead guitar on it. And Don't Want to Lose You. Frehley is the vocalist on this song, and then Richie Scarlett plays lead guitar and background vocals on it. The 2 songs are amazing. They're very heavy. It's not like you can't hear Ace's Bronx accent. It's very hidden. It's these 2 songs are very, very heavy. I almost sent them to Steve today because I'm like, oh my God. I actually sent him 1 song today, but the 2 songs here are just mind blowing.
Where do you find these songs?
They're on YouTube.
I found them on YouTube, and then I actually found it's just this 4-song album. It's just called I don't even know if it's actually an album or where it's out of.
Bootlegs, right?
Yeah,
or demo.
It's an Ace Frehley demo that was never released.
Yeah.
So Don't Want to Lose You, which is Ace Frehley is the vocals and Richie Scarlett is the lead guitar, and Too Far Gone, Scarlett is the vocals and Ace Frehley is on lead guitar. And that Too Far Gone is on the Insanity for Life, which is a Richie Scarlett album.
Cool. I will check
really,
those out.
Have you heard them at all, Dylan?
I have.
Ed, have you heard any of those?
You know what? I looked it up right away, and I found that here it is, Insanity for Life, and it was released in 2002, and it has 10 tracks on it, and it has the credits for Ace Frehley on guitarist on track 1 and lead guitarist on track 10. So number 1 is Johnny's in Love, and then number 10 is Too Far Gone.
Yeah, Too Far Gone. That's the 1 song that's on the Insanity for Life. I don't think the Don't Want to Lose You has been released anywhere. Released. Yeah, it's just a demo.
No, I don't see that song on there anywhere.
But if you actually search Ace Frehley Don't Want to Lose You, you'll find the song.
Deep cuts. Very cool. Yeah, I'll look it up.
All right, absolutely cool. Rob, bonus tracks.
Bonus tracks. Well, one of my bonuses were taken, Strange Ways, which is a good one. And my other one, I put Inside the Vortex off of Ace Frehley's Space Invader.
That is good.
Ooh. And it's not my favorite album, Space Invader. I am a little different than you. You like Space Invader better than Anomaly. I like Anomaly better than Space Invader. But on Space Invader, Inside the Vortex is one of my favorites on there. I mean, there's a couple good ones on there. There's quite a few good ones. But this is probably my favorite off of Space Invader.
Cool. I think it's a cool song. I enjoy
definitely.
it.
Yeah, they're good.
Good picks. Dylan.
Another spacey sound. He likes the space in the car.
Spaceman. He's allowed.
I'm going to split the difference between the two of you and do a song from Anomaly and a song from Invader. The song from Anomaly I'm picking is Pain in the Neck. Not the slow version, the fast version. Though the slow version is cool.
The original version.
Yeah, it's a little more like upbeat.
The album version.
Yeah, the album version of Pain in the Neck. And then from Space Invader, What Every Girl Wants. 2 songs that I really enjoy enough to put as my bonus tracks.
Cool. I really like Pain in the Neck. I'm not 100% familiar with the other.
What Every Girl Wants.
What Every Girl Wants. I'm not.
Yeah,
it's good.
I'd have to revisit that one.
Okay. Ed,
my bad.
I'm not familiar with Pain in the Neck, but I've. What album is that off again?
It's off of Anomaly.
Oh, okay. Because I'm looking at a couple other songs and I'm like thinking like,
Yeah, that's on Anomaly, and Space Invader is Whatever Girl Wants.
yeah, I'm not familiar with that one, but I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah, definitely
Please
check 'em
list
out.
these all. Yeah.
Yeah, Whatever Girl Wants, I think is that's my favorite out of those two, and I really enjoy the Space Invader album. I think it's really good. Good pick, Stone.
Thank you.
And it's up to me, right?
Yeah.
All right.
No, you already said yours.
Oh yeah. I guess we're all done, right?
Yeah, that was it.
That's it. Good night, everybody.
Because you said Escape from the Island, and you said.
Okay, that's right. I did. When we were talking about the Elder.
Yeah.
All right. Great. You guys out there, I know we went like crazy long tonight, but that's what happens when we talk about Kiss. And this is definitely the first of a best of. We will definitely do Gene, and we do Paul, and we'll maybe I don't know. Maybe we'll
Do the rest.
Maybe we'll do an EP of Peter, maybe. And but you know, we love talking about Kiss, as you guys could tell tonight. And there's a ton of songs out there that we all talked about. We'll go around the table like real quick and say your goodbyes, pitch your stuff if you have any stuff, and we'll wrap up. Ed, give it to us, buddy.
Yeah, if you're listening and you're interested in my shop, it's Click Tea Shop. Just do a search for Click Tea Shop. I'm on the internet everywhere, on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, and you can see the t-shirts that I've created. So thanks for having me on, guys. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
No problem.
Awesome,
Thanks for coming
Yeah.
on.
Thanks for coming on, Ed.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, this is definitely a great episode, especially Ace has always been,
Your favorite? Who's your favorite? Do you have a favorite?
Do I have a favorite Kiss?
Yeah.
You're asking
I'm gonna say Vinny.
No.
Oh.
Really?
Then I'm gonna go Bruce Kulick.
I love Bruce. Yeah.
You're Vinny and then Bruce?
Yeah.
No doubt?
Yeah,
That's
and then
cool.
Paul.
Ed, how about you? Do you have a favorite?
I'm going Gene, absolutely, and then Ace, absolutely, and then after that, the original four, and then after that, Bruce is phenomenal, and then Eric too, like solid. I can't break away from those guys. They're so solid, and the way that they held the band together after the original four moved on from that.
Dylan, favorite?
Gene.
Gene.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's Gene.
Steven, do
Would've
I
been
have
nice
to ask?
have met him.
You tell me.
I think I know you're the Paul guy.
I am the Paul guy. I am absolutely the Paul guy. When we do the best of Paul, it may be 6 hours.
And me?
Let's do it.
Rob's an Ace guy. Rob's a Tommy Thayer guy.
No, I'm an Ace guy through and through. The original spaceman for me. Thank you.
Okay, BB.
Great episode. Ed, thanks for coming on. Love your teas. Bought a couple of the podcast shirts. Awesome. Just a great episode, especially I got to listen to Ace's complete catalog, which I would not normally do. So I love doing these shit like this that I'm not really used to because the homework is amazing.
Him being a Vinny guy.
Me being a Vinny guy,
yeah.
I had
That's
to do a lot of
good,
Ace
though.
stuff. So.
I'm excited for the people that haven't discovered all these Ace songs that we talked about, because Ace has got a lot of talent. I mean, he's got a lot of guitar riffs. He's got a unique sound that you guys will really like if you dive into some of these songs that we talked about. And Ed, I'm kind of excited to see your new designs coming out, your new
thanks,
shirts
guys.
coming out. That would be cool. And I'm hoping to see a lot of listeners on the Kiss Cruise this year. And I hope a lot of people come up to us and talk to us, me and Steve,
Talk to Rob.
and just talk to us, and maybe we could talk to people on the boat and set something up, and like if we could interview maybe people on the boat or something like that. It'd be cool if we could do some kind of little snippets for the podcast, and you know what I mean? We'll come up with some kind of idea. That would be awesome. You know what I mean?
We will.
And
Yeah, you guys have been doing a fantastic job. Your show has been great, and I love seeing how much it's grown and all the followers that you've had, and it's amazing to see how far you've come, and I can see it, growing and growing, and all the followers that you have. So, congratulations on that as well.
And I'm gonna have to pick up a Potter Than Hell shirt from your website so I can represent on the cruise, so people know who we are.
Absolutely, guys.
So, and you can find Potter Than Hell shirts on your site, so that's awesome.
And the link is on every episode that Dylan posted on.
Oh, very cool.
I'm gonna have to get one to wear on the cruise.
And when you're on the cruise, say hello to the rest of the bandmates out there, guys.
Oh, absolutely.
This was cool doing a deeper dive into Ace than I have before. I've never really got really into the Frehley's Comet stuff. There was just so much other things for me to listen to that I never really had time to jump into Ace's outside of Kiss stuff. So it was cool to listen to that kind of stuff and find some new songs that I might put on a couple playlists. So it was
great
fun
picks,
episode.
still.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Cool.
Yeah, great episode tonight. Once again, we went extremely long, as we've been known to do on this podcast, but we didn't want to cut anybody short on their lists, or not talk about songs we wanted to talk about. And I want to thank Rob for coming back. As always, it's always a pleasure having Rob on here. It's always a blast.
Anytime.
Rob is my Kiss buddy, like forever. And BB, you're kicking ass. I kind of want to apologize sometimes for putting so much homework on shit that's out of your normal what you're listening to. Dylan, I cannot say enough about how much you kick ass doing the editing and everything. And BC was, like I said, he was on assignment tonight, which means he's just not here. He's got limited time to spend with his awesome girlfriend Renee. Renee, you're awesome. And especially for putting up with BC's fucking drunk ass half the fucking time. BC's babysitter. I'm sorry, I had to say that. But BC did give me his list. I'll read it off real quick. Rocket Ride, Shock Me, Shot Full of Rock, Rip It Out, Strangers in a Strange Land. That's one we didn't talk about. Snowblind, Rock Soldiers, we didn't talk about that either. 2000 Man, Trouble Walking, Speeding Back to My Baby. His bonus tracks were Talk to Me.
Yeah, BC.
And Rob's Two Sides of the Coin.
Two sides. See, I got some love for BC.
So BC gave Rob some love tonight, and
BC
and
love.
definitely Ed, thank you for coming on tonight, and your shirts are awesome, and thanks for hooking us up with our Pilot and Hell store, you guys. Pick up the shirts that Ed does, but pick up some Potter Than Hell swag. You can get a ton of shit. Our friend Angela out there, she has one of the Potter Than Hell coffee mugs, and she uses it regularly. I think she might be putting a little bit of something in it, maybe every now and then. There's nothing wrong with that,
It's a great mug.
It is. It's cool. And we want to thank everybody out there for listening. Rob and I will see you on the Kiss Cruise. We will have some swag perhaps out there for us, and for you guys out there. I'm sorry. And we appreciate you guys listening out there, and we're glad you guys tuning in. If it's the first time you guys listen to us, welcome. If you guys have listened to us all along, welcome back. And definitely check us out. We're on Facebook, we are on Twitter, we are on YouTube. Wherever you can find a podcast, we are there. And we will check you out next time, and there will be a next time. We will definitely love you guys out there. We love you guys. We love you guys listening to us. And I'm kind of rambling. Rob's gonna.
You said
Love you guys 3 times right.
Dylan's gonna have to do a little creative editing for this part. Let me start over again.